everyone, my name is Logan and today I'll be going over my second lab project, which I have named Grain Processing. It is a visual and simulation of a grain elevator. As you can see here, that's all laid out. I'm on my main overview page. The first thing I want to talk about is security levels for this HMI. There is 3 security levels. The first one should be guest level. When you're logged in as a guest, you cannot see any controls. All you can see is the visual displays, such as the elevator right here. You're not able to see all these boxes around it. The second level is operator level. They can see the great majority of objects and controls. The only things they can't see would be set point boxes or speed boxes, which are then left up to the administrator. At admin level, they can see everything and do whatever they want. So to hop right into it, as you can see, like I said, we're on the overview page. Now I'll go box by box and explain everything. The first box, we have the facility controls. It's got the system enable, system e-stop, and a indicator. The indicator is red, it's off, and it's green, it's on. Below that, we have facility speeds. There's 4 speeds. First 3 are normal, double, triple. They do as they said. And the last one's a ludicrous speed. That is 20 times speed. I put that on there to make things go by really fast when I need them to. To the right of facility controls, we have facility set points. This is for the truck levels, the train levels, as well as the silo set points. So that would be these silos right here. If you click this silo set points button on the facility set points window, it will open a pop-up. Here you can set the high set points and the low set points of each silo. Lots of functionality there. Too easy to do. Just type in whatever number you want in these boxes. Close that now. Then onto the dumping controls on the right side of the screen. There's a lot to take in, but it's not that hard to operate. You have enable that manual auto, a bunch of buttons here on the side. I'll explain here in just a moment. Same with shipping controls. So to get things kicked off, I'm going to enable the system. So I'll come back to the facility controls, click system enable. And because I have done so, the system active alarm should come on and it is now ready. So next I'll go back to dumping controls. I will enable grain handling. I'll press the button up here until that comes on. There we go. And the show you manual mode, I'll select manual truck dumping. Click that there. Nothing will happen yet, but if I select a crop and a silo, it will start. So I'm going to select corn because it's looking a little low. I previously selected the first silo, so it's kind of kicking off here, but it's going through a cycle that had already been selected earlier. It has to finish its cycle. But as soon as it finishes that first cycle, I'll speed that up here just a little bit by a little quicker. Up here just a moment. Now it's empty. We'll toggle this silo one more time. That should come back. Oh wait, I gotta actually manual. You have to toggle the manual chunk dumping for it to restart. Sorry about that. And there we go. Now goes silo 2. There's some toggle logic in there to keep things locked on, to make sure that you follow through and finish things, and when everything's half done. Turn this back down to double, just so don't get carried away. So then I'll select auto mode. Auto mode operates as it will go from silo to silo, filling each one by the set point of the truck, and it will keep doing that until all the silos are filled. So pretty useful. I won't operate that just yet, I'll wait here a second. I'll go down to shipping controls. Shipping controls operates almost similarly or directly to dumping controls. So you enable it, you have manual auto. So in manual mode, turn it on, and you want to ship corn, I guess. So I'm going to select corn silo 1, and there it'll go. Auto mode works just like dumping controls. It'll go by silo, emptying them until they're all 0. To hit all 0, it will be disabled and then it will not ship anymore. So that's the main screen page here, the overview of the silo system. I will now go to the corn drying system. Corn drying is fairly simple. We have a activate the dryer and then the set points. So right now it is activated. So as long as the wet corn level is above the minimum set points and the dry corn level is below the maximum set points, it will keep drying corn, emptying these silos here in the middle and filling the ones on the far right. Just like the overview window, there's dryer set points. You click on that button there. You can set the high set points and the low ones. Pretty simple stuff. Go back to the menu navigation on top left, and then we'll go down to silo fans. So if you hover over this, it'll open a sub-menu with 8 different options. These are for the fans on these silos. So on the top of these silos, there's 4 fans, and at the bottom, there's also 4. This is for drying the crops just continuously. So I'll click on the corn fan silo 1. So when you open it up, it is quite a bit to look at, but it's quite easy to understand once you go through it. From the top here, we're in silo fans, and then a sub-menu, corn fans, silo 1, upper. So we're looking at the upper fans on silo. On the left side here, we have the name of each fan. Next to that is the status indicator. Right now they're all green, meaning they are running. Next to that is the speed. They're all running at 60 Hz, which means they're running at full speed. To the right of that is total runtime hours. Right now there's 0, just because I just started the simulation, so they haven't accumulated any hours just yet. Next to the right of that is when last time it's been serviced, as it states, since last serviced. Next to that, the service set point, so the next time it must be serviced. Next to that is service needed. So if the total runtime hours equals or goes over the service set point, this will turn true and turn red. And then to the right of that is the now service. So once you service the motor, you can click this button and it will turn it back green again. So to display that, I'm going to turn to -1 just to got that going on again.
Narrator dialog. Exiting narrator.
Sorry about that. -1, and you can see there it set it off. So to set it back normally, set a set point, so set 100, and it won't turn it back just yet until you set the service set point and then acknowledge it. Then I'll turn back green, just like that. I'm going to turn this back to -1 to set it off for the next window we're going to look at. The next one I want to show you is the alarms at the way bottom. So right now we have the alarm page, active alarms, and historical. So you can see here we have a red box on the top and 3 green ones. The green ones show alarms that have been acknowledged, and the red one has not. So at the end of that last window I turned it on, so now I'm going to acknowledge it. And now it's acknowledged, so it's going to turn this dark red. But if I go back to the corn drying, or not corn drying, the silo fans, corn fan silo 1, and I reset this to show that's been serviced, so this updates here on just like that. I go back to alarms, it disappears. That's to show that it's been acknowledged and serviced. Back to the navigation window, we're going to historical silo levels. Right now there's just beans I'm showing in here. As you can see, beans silo 2 is at 64,000 and beans silo 1 fills at 50,000. I'll add the rest of them back in, but I show it for simplicity, for easier reading, so that's what they're running at. This will change automatically when you change the levels. Back to navigation again, and we could go to the elevator motors. These screens are just like the silo fan motor windows, and they operate just the same. Now that I have gone over my HMI, I want to quickly go over my HMI operator's manual that I've made along with it. Just a quick overview of it. So the front screen or page here, we have the manual name, revision, and when it was done, and name, and then just a symbol. So the second page, we have the table of contents, so what everything is and what page you can find it. At the top here, the disclaimer that not all content will be viewable based on login permissions. So if you don't have a certain security level, you cannot access certain things. but you will be able to see them in the manual, so there could be confusion there, so that's why I put that there. So scrolling down, first thing we have is the overview page. So we have like starting the system, and you can see it's highlighted in red to direct your focus to that box. And then a short description of how to start the system, how to stop it, speed controls, how to operate those, facility set points, how to go through those windows, as you can see here, and change that stuff. Below that, the dumping controls goes to very detailed how to enable it, what manual truck dumping is versus how auto truck dumping works, and what you should be using, if you're simulating not or an actual elevator, stuff like that. Manual mode, how that works, auto mode dumping. Then we have the facility shipping, which, like I said earlier in the video, multiple times, that it operates very similar to dumping. Pretty much exact same code. Manual shipping mode, how that works, selecting manual shipping and then pressing, turning what style you want to ship out, just like a picture. Auto mode, how that works. How to activate the corn dryer, activating it, make sure it's highlighted, and then you can go and change the set points, all good stuff. Motor and silo fan overview. This one I included each of those sub names, all these headers up here, and I include those right here on the edge, so you can look and see exactly what each of those do in detail. The silo level, I only showed 2 earlier, but here you can see that there's all 8 silo levels, and on the right side you can see that they even changed at some point, emptying, stuff like that. And then the last page is the alarm page, and just like I showed you, active alarms are bright red and blink, and then historical alarms down here are ones that have been acknowledged. Thank you for watching my video, and that's all I have.